What's happening, people? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good myself. Thank you for asking. And so, alright, today I was at work. It was a beautiful day, sunny 75 in New York. I'm at work. This guy comes in and he's like, "Oh, well, I guess summer's not over, huh? Fucking 75 degrees today. And I just put my grill away, so I can't even grill today." And I fucking hate that shit, dude. It's fucking sunny and 75. And you gotta walk in and talk to me about how it's bad. It's a beautiful day, and you gotta come in and tell me about how that's a bad thing for you. That's just the type of attitude that gets you legitimately zero places in life. 'Cause I'll tell you this right now. 9 out of 10 people, maybe 10 out of 10, probably 10 out of 10 people, don't give a fuck about your grill. You know? I don't give a fuck about your grill. Or if you're gonna grill tonight, or if you can't grill tonight because you put your grill away. I don't give a fuck. And it's sunny and 75. How you got something bad to say about that? How? It's like the perfect weather. And you think maybe, the person you're talking to doesn't have a grill anyways, but just copped himself a moped, and maybe later tonight he wants to cruise through the crisp fall air and have it be pretty nice and not too cold? 'Cause that's what's good with me. Yeah, I just bought a moped. And if you think about it, my attitude has changed a lot over the course of the past 2-3 months. A lot of that I owe to the fact that I have a responsibility now every day to be getting up at 9:30 in the morning to go and work. So I'm lucky for that. And it makes you feel like you got something going on. My attitude was probably the same as it's fucking sunny and 75 while I put my grill away, so, fuck everybody else. That was kind of my attitude 3 months ago. I mean, hell, I was waking up at 2 p.m. every day and just being like, "Oh, I'm alive. Fuck." I heard someone say recently to me that attitude is everything, and I really do agree with that, because if you wake up every day with that shit attitude, every day is going to be shit for you. It's going to be ass. It's not going to be good. But if you wake up every day and you're like, "Hey, let's fucking do it. Let's have a good day today." Chances are, even if you go through some tough stuff that day, because your attitude is good about it, you're going to make it through, and you're going to, at the end of the day, have a lot less complaints than the type of person who would go out and be like, "Oh, it's fucking sunny." So, go out and try and have the best attitude that you can. I got out and I started looking for a job. I mean, fuck, I got lucky as hell getting my job. If you heard my story before about how I just kind of went to go get some weed and ended up with a job. But I knew I was getting in the attitude where I was like, I gotta get a fucking job, dude. I'm disgusting. I don't do anything, and I'm pretty much flat broke now. Well, after 2 to 3 months of having a better attitude about myself, fucking working every day, I got enough money so I could buy a little treat for me and my woman. It's a 2-seater, baby. I cruised to a lunch date with her today. And like how nice is that? Cuz like we just went somewhere that was a mile and a half away to get lunch. I have an hour lunch break. If I don't have a fucking scooter, fucking moped thing, I can't go to this place for lunch cuz it's going to be too far away. I'm going to be late back to work. But now I have this fucking scooter and I can get a nice extravagant lunch for myself while I'm working. And it's just like day after day of like having a better attitude and doing more for yourself. You start to get more, you start to feel more, you start to get more privileges. So that's what I've been on, dude. A good attitude and a scooter. You know? It's like life just compounds like that. One night my friends and I decided to grab something to eat at, I don't know, 11, 12-ish. We went to the nearest In-N-Out, which was 15 minutes away. The drive-thru line was insanely long, so we decided to go in and order some burgers. On our way out, we see a car shaking, which seems normal, but we were at an In-N-Out, and who the fuck has sex at an In-N-Out? Anyway, while I was walking back to my car, some of my friends wanted to see who was getting it on. It was kind of fucked up, but I didn't stop them. Turns out it was my ex and my bio professor. My fucking ex and my teacher were having a great time at In-N-Out. What the fuck? Dude, that's gotta tells you who you were dating, you know? You were dating the girl who's super down to get fucked at a burger joint. Hell, if I saw my ex-girlfriend getting piped out at a McDonald's, I would be like, good riddance. Cause that's just ridiculous. That's like bottom of the barrel stuff right there. And dude, if you're gonna do like a teacher-student fuck thing, even if it's in college and it's like not statutory rape, dude, Mr. Professor, get a hotel room, buddy. You're making at least $50K a year teaching at a college. If you're gonna try and be a sleazeball, do it like a man. Don't take her to a fucking fast food restaurant. What the fuck is that? Take her there after, maybe. Dude, I don't get that. That's just a shot location. Fucking spend some money, pal. It's ridiculous. You buy her a couple fries and then be like, yeah, well, fuck driving anywhere else. Let's just, the drive-thru runs like 24/7. Like, people are gonna, your cars shake when you have sex. People are gonna know. Why don't you drive like behind a Home Depot or like to a cul-de-sac? What the fuck is that? When I was a kid, I had an imaginary friend. Her name was Tina, and she had long, dark, curly hair and dressed like a porcelain doll. I talked to and saw her all the time. My parents knew about Tina and would pick fun at it. Well, one day I was at my grandma's house looking at old photos. I saw a picture of Tina. She was real. It ended up being my great-grandmother that died shortly before I was born. I'm still convinced that Tina was my childhood Casper and not an invisible friend. Now, it's like ghosts, dude. Ghosts. My question is, do I have a vivid imagination, or are they real? Do you feel me? That's really the question. And I don't know. I mean, people can come together and say, oh, yeah, we all saw this, and it can just be all of their imaginations running wild. Or there could be ghosts. Or they could be real ghosts. And I don't fucking know, dude. I'm really like 50-50 on it. I have some experiences I'm going to share, just like you and Tina right now. So one time, when I was a kid, I used to be deathly afraid to go in my basement. And I remember seeing, right? Like, I'm not sure if I was imagining or not. I remember seeing a man who looked just like Abraham Lincoln, but not like a scarier Abraham Lincoln. And he had a top hat, but not like as tall as Abraham Lincoln's top hat. And he wore a black trench coat. And I saw him walking through my basement. One of those times, because my parents would be like, Jameson, you can't be afraid of the basement. You got to just go play down there. You're going to be fine. And I remember literally sitting on the top of the steps this one day, being afraid and being like, damn, like, I am afraid of whatever's in the basement. And I saw that. And I was like, holy fuck, that's Abe. And I bolted up the stairs. And I told my parents. And you know what? My mom and my brother said that they had seen the same figure before in our house. And it's like, I'm thinking to myself, like, no, my mom and dad built this house. No one has ever lived in it before. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But then there's the fact that, like, also my mom and brother claim the same thing that I had saw. Like, I let them describe the person before I did, and I was like, fuck. That's exactly who I saw. So, dude, vivid imagination? People coming together about it? Or ghosts are real? I don't know. I mean, there's some people will say there's so many people who have said that they've seen ghosts before that you can't say that they're not real. But there's also so many people with vivid imaginations on this earth that, like, I'm so split down the middle, and I feel like I've seen something myself. And then here's the creepy one. So, one day, I'm 17 years old, and I'm left home alone. My parents are gone. I get home from wherever the fuck I was. I lay down in my bed, and I just take a nap. And I remember I laid down in my bed, sleeping like this. Kind of like a person in a coffin or something like that. I was on my back, and I remember, dude, have you seen Insidious? You know, when the kid, the problem with the kid is, like, he dreams, and then his soul exits his body, and he can look at himself dreaming. I remember so vividly being outside of my body, like at the foot of my bed, looking at myself sleeping. And then I looked into the hallway, and in the hallway you could see the stairs that lead up to the second floor of my house. And I remember seeing a woman in a bridal gown walking up the stairs. And then I was like, oh shit. Let's wake myself up. So I started shaking on myself sleeping as myself outside of myself next to my bed. And then I look to the right, And then that lady in the wedding gown, I'm face to face with her, and she is the face of a zombie, and there's blood all over her veil and her dress. After this, I remember, dude, it was like I was fighting to wake up, but I was paralyzed and I couldn't move. And so I finally wake up. I am drenched, like covered in sweat, head to toe. All my clothes are wet. I don't care. I'm bugging out because I consciously, after I have woken up, still am so aware of what I had just seen that I ran down the stairs, grabbed the keys to my car, hopped in my car all sweaty, and just left. I just left. I didn't know what the fuck to think. And dude, I still don't know what to think to this day. Like, what am I supposed to think about that? I don't fucking know. Do I believe in ghosts? Enough. Enough after that. I'm not gonna tell anyone who tells me a ghost story that they're all full of shit. But I'm not always gonna believe it either. I'm just so torn on the topic of ghosts after these events of my life. Alright, well, another thing about me. I'm exhausted. Pretty much every day, I still fight through it and keep a good attitude, keep a good head on my shoulders. But if we get honest about it, I am very tired. And geez, why might that be? My schedule. You hit a point in time where you're like, fuck. This schedule is not doing any good for me anymore. And then that's when you got to change it. Like I was saying when I was waking up at 2 p.m. and I was like, ugh, every fucking day. And I feeling like crap. I was like, ugh, well, I should probably start looking for a job. And then one fucking found me. But you know what? Now I want to be doing more. Doing more for myself and not feeling tired. And you know what that means? It means getting rid of your bad habits. One of my bad habits is staying up until 2, 3 a.m. when I know damn well I gotta be up at 9:30 tomorrow. That's I am consciously sacrificing an hour of sleep to watch some sort of TV show with my girlfriend and smoke 1 to 2 extra joints that night. And it's fun in the moment, and it's what I want to do in the moment. But you have to think about your future self. I have to think about the Jameson of tomorrow and stop thinking about the Jameson of right now. Jameson of tomorrow, what might he want? He might want to go to work and not feel tired. He might want to go to work and not have to have it be as tough to keep a good positive attitude and image on your day. And what would change that? Sleeping more. I want to get to a point where I can wake up every day at 8:30 in the morning, give myself an extra hour, and go for a nice long jog. I mean, how the fuck would that feel every day? Getting 3 to 4 miles under my belt before I even go to work, instead of getting home from work and being like, oh, well, I'm going to have to work out or something like that today, or maybe just being like, well, I'll just do it tomorrow. You know, the Jameson of tomorrow doesn't want to do extra miles. You know, you feel me? So anyways, you gotta kick your bad habits. Another one of my bad habits. I tried to kick it, and I mean, as Yoda said, do or do not, there is no try. You know, I went in it like, I'm gonna try to quit smoking cigarettes. I didn't even really want to stop that bad anyways, because I like them. But I gotta stop. And you have to get yourself in the mindset where you're like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. Not I'm gonna try. Because you're already giving yourself, if you say I'm gonna try, you're already giving yourself a window where you can be like, well, I tried and I didn't do it. You're giving yourself a window where you can fit in an excuse. And if you say, I'm going to do, that means I am quite literally going to do this. And nothing's going to stop me. That's another thing about attitude. So yeah, guys, you know, like gotta switch up your schedule and stuff like that to give yourself a higher margin of possible growth in yourself. Driving around with my boys one night, and we thought it would be a good idea to throw sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's at cars driving the opposite way as us. We then proceeded to fuck with the wrong guy and got into a high-speed chase around my small town. Long story short, we hit a tree and he caught us and proceeded to grab me by my neck and strangle me until he realized I was a kid. I was 16 at the time. Who is in the wrong more? Me for tossing sauce packets at cars, or a 6'4", 250-pound dude choking me out? Parentheses, we both ended up apologizing, and the beef was settled over a joint. I mean, dude, you're a fucking idiot. Like, 16 years old, and you were just like, you know, it would be a good idea to throw sauce packets at other cars. And you ask if who's in the wrong? You. If you threw sauce packets at my imaginary car, I would get out and whoop your fucking ass too. Like, dude, if I just got hit in the windshield with sweet and sour sauce, I would murder somebody. You're lucky you're alive. Like, another guy would have killed you and not given a fuck if you were 16 or 25. It's just like, bro, you gotta get better hobbies, dude. Get a passion in your life. Stop throwing sauce packets at people's cars. Find something you care about and focus on it and try and get better at it. Stop just getting bored and throwing sauce packets at people's cars. Like, get a grip. Like, get something going for yourself. So something else that happened to me at work, and something that happens to me a lot, is like, I'll cash someone out, you know, they'll have 27 cents left. I'll give them their change, their 27 cents, and they'll be like, "Oh, no, man. Nah, dude, just keep it as a tip." As a tip? 27 cents? What the fuck am I gonna do with that? Buy a gumball? Shove it up my ass? And then I got 2 cents left over. Fuck am I gonna do with 2 cents? Fucking shove a couple pennies up my nose? The fuck is this shit? Do I look like a beggar? Like, you didn't... And people, like, they're like, "Oh yeah, here's your tip." Like they just did something good for you. Dude, you gave me that because you don't want to have 27 cents rattling around in your pocket. And like, I do that shit too. I'll just be like, "Yeah, just keep the change." But I say, "Yeah, just keep the change." I don't say, "Well, here's your tip." Like I expect them to be fucking enthralled about it. It's because I don't want change rattling around in my pocket. And that's what I fucking hate about some people, dude. Is like, you're actually going to stand on this perch in life where you're like, "Oh, I just gave him a tip." No, like, you're looking down on me, like, above, like, because you did something good. Like, no, the fuck you didn't. You did something for yourself. You did something so you don't have to have change rattling in your pocket. You didn't do something for the betterment of someone else. You just selfishly decided to leave your fucking scraps with me. And you want to act like I want them. Fuck you and your 27 cents. Shove it up your fucking ass. Or just say keep the change. Here's your tip, huh? Wow. I'm going car shopping today. You know, it's just, if you're gonna do something good for someone, actually do something good for someone. Give me $3 if you're gonna try and say you tipped me. Like, and I'm not coming from a perspective of like, I expect tips. I don't fucking care. Like, if I get, tips are not really gonna do anything for me. It's not a lot of money that you get, and I don't expect them. Don't care about them. It's just like, if you're gonna do something, fucking do it. Fucking do something for someone. Don't half do something for someone and no, just fully do something for yourself and then try to act like you did something for someone. Like, what the fuck is that?